Welcome to NetRush Report, your go-to destination for the latest in sports news, player profiles, and everything tennis. If you love getting the story behind the scores, the drama, the tactics, and the personal journeys that shape the sport, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Emma Raducanu'S name became etched into tennis history in 2021, when at just 18 years old she stormed through the US Open draw, winning 10 matches in a row as a qualifier and capturing her maiden Grand Slam title without dropping a single set. It was one of the most remarkable sporting achievements in recent memory, a fairy tale run that seemed to signal the arrival of a new superstar. But as quickly as she rose, Raducanu has struggled to maintain that momentum. Injuries, inconsistency, and, perhaps most controversially, frequent changes in her coaching team have dominated the headlines since that triumph. Since parting ways with Andrew Richardson, the coach who guided her to the 2021 US Open title, Raducanu has worked with an array of names: Torben Beltz, Dmitry Tursunov, Sebastian Sachs, Jane O'Donoghue, and others. The list stretches to 8 different coaches in under 4 years, a staggering number by any professional standard. This rapid turnover has fueled criticism from media pundits, fans, and even former players who argue that Raducanu'S instability in the coaching department is stunting her progress. Questions have been asked. Does she lack patience? Is she searching too hard for the perfect fit? Or is this simply the process of a young player figuring out what works for her? Recently, in an interview with The Guardian, Raducanu offered her clearest response yet to the ongoing scrutiny. When asked about her frequent coaching changes, she shot back with the now-viral line, "Certain ones don't count." What she meant was that several of those partnerships weren't intended to be permanent, but rather trial periods, short stints designed to test chemistry, training styles, and overall fit. In her words, many of those supposed changes were nothing more than experiments and shouldn't be lumped together with genuine long-term collaborations. This statement highlights 2 things. First, that Raducanu is acutely aware of the narrative surrounding her, and second, that she is determined to control that narrative rather than letting the media define it for her. Earlier this month, Raducanu confirmed her newest partnership with none other than Francisco Roig, the veteran Spanish coach best known for working alongside Rafael Nadal for nearly 2 decades. From 2005 to 2022, Roig was part of the team that helped Nadal dominate clay courts and secure 22 Grand Slam titles. More recently, he had a brief spell coaching Matteo Berrettini. This appointment is significant for several reasons. Few coaches can claim the kind of resume Roig has. His time with Nadal means he understands the demands of elite tennis better than most. Having worked nearly 2 decades with one of the sport's greatest players, Roig represents the stability Raducanu has lacked. Raducanu'S game, while explosive, has lacked consistency. Roig's tactical insights, especially on clay and hard courts, could help her develop a more reliable base game. The partnership began at the Cincinnati Open, where Raducanu impressed in her opening round win against Olga Danilovic, but fell in a tight 3-set battle against world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. Despite the loss, many saw signs of improvement. Her shot selection was smarter, her footwork crisper, and her confidence higher. With the US Open just around the corner, all eyes are on whether Raducanu can rediscover her magic in New York. The city is forever tied to her name because of that 2021 triumph. But since then, she has struggled to win back-to-back matches at a slam. This year feels different. For the first time, she seems to have a coach who not only brings pedigree, but also the potential for long-term collaboration. Fans are wondering, could Francisco Roig unlock the best version of Emma Raducanu? If so, it could mark a turning point, not just in her season, but in her career trajectory. Raducanu'S situation highlights a broader theme in modern tennis: the evolution of coaching relationships. While some players thrive on long-term bonds, like Novak Djokovic and Marian Vida, others, like Raducanu, experiment more frequently. The question is whether this experimentation is a strength or a weakness. Her blunt statement, "Certain ones don't count," is a reminder that athletes, particularly young ones, are often learning on the fly. For Raducanu, every coach she has worked with has offered a lesson, even if the partnership was short-lived. The key now is finding the right balance between exploration and consistency. Raducanu'S comments have divided opinion. Supporters applaud her honesty, praising her for refusing to let media criticism define her narrative. Detractors argue that her words come off as dismissive, downplaying the importance of the coaches she's parted ways with. On social media, hashtags like #RADUCANU'S and #CertainOnes trended in tennis circles, with fans debating whether this marks the beginning of a new era for the Brit or just another short-lived experiment. As the 2025 season enters its final stretch, RADUCANU'S future feels both uncertain and full of potential. The pieces are there: talent, charisma, fan support, and now a world-class coach. What remains to be seen is whether she can put them all together on the biggest stage. If RADUCANU makes a deep run at the US Open under Roig's guidance, it could silence critics once and for all. If not, the questions will only grow louder. Either way, she remains one of the most compelling figures in the sport. So what do you think? Will Francisco Roig be the coach who finally brings stability to Emma Raducanu's career? Or is this just another chapter in her ongoing search for the right fit? Let us know in the comments below. You've been watching Netrush Report, where we go beyond the headlines to bring you the full story behind the world of tennis. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.